My name is Brooke, and I live in Hayden, Alabama. Growing up, I just grew up in a neighborhood with a lot of kids, and we were outside from the time the sun came up to the time the sun went down. My sister and I were both pretty active in sports. We played basketball, softball. In high school, my friends were kind of my life, and I actually had a serious boyfriend, my first serious boyfriend, when I was 14, and we broke up. And so after that, I kind of lived a little bit crazy, and I was 15. I was struggling in algebra, and my parents let me start being tutored by a guy that was a little bit older than me. He had his own house, and he was tutoring me in math, like a real seemed like put together guy, and but he wasn't, because he was like giving me alcohol and pills, and I thought like we had kind of become friends a little bit, and it was not consensual though. Like I like walked to his room with him, but I was like, I don't want to do this. This is not who I am. After that took place, I just kind of went to the bathroom and I asked him to take me home, and just kind of stored it and just put it somewhere. Just like, I'm never going to talk about that. I'm never going to think about that. Like, that's over. I was at a friend's house and had not had a period for like 5 months, was telling her mom, and she said, we need to get a pregnancy test. Like, this isn't normal. The one word that I would describe the moment of finding out that I was pregnant would just be fear. Even with great parents, I mean, I just thought they're gonna kick me out, like they're going to. It's just the worst thing that could happen was to get pregnant. I called my sister and I told her, and I'm like, please just let me talk to mom and dad. And my sister did tell my parents that I needed to tell them something. And so I just came in and I'm like, I just have something to tell you guys, and really was so overwhelmed that I couldn't get it out. And my mom's like, are you on drugs? Like, asking every question, like, are you depressed? And finally she just said, are you pregnant? And I just cried. And she just cried with me, so. After the emotions died down, she just told me my options. She told all my options to me. Like, these are your 3 options: parent, abortion, adoption. My parents just met me in a place of love and said that we're gonna get through this and it's gonna be okay. I wanted to make a good decision, and it was probably the first real decision that I had made in my life. I had a counselor that I met with once a week, and we started going through a process of the pros and cons of adoption and parenting. I believe that I started knowing what I wanted for him, and realistically knowing that I was young. I didn't feel like I could give him the things that I wanted for him. And I wanted so much for him, so much. I went through a lot of different profiles. I wanted him to be raised with a sibling that was also adopted. I wanted him to know that he was adopted, to know that his birth family loves him. You just can't really be prepared for the love that you feel for your child. And so I just enjoyed him for the time that I was in the hospital. I wasn't really sure anymore, everything that you think you know, flips. It just flips, and you're like, I can do this. This is the best interest for him. And so I was like, pretty much like, rip up those papers, and I need to just figure out if this is even what I want to do anymore. The family didn't want to know until it was finalized, and I wasn't ready right away, obviously. And so I needed peace about my decision again. And I think that's important, really important, if you're making this decision, because you're going to go through a lot of things through the years to come. But I knew, like without a shadow of a doubt, that was the right thing for him and for our lives. So I went that day and re-signed the papers, and I had peace about it after that, so that helped. This is the greatest gift that you can give someone. He changed my life for the better. That he absolutely wrecked my world in the best way. And if I had to go through all of it over just to have that love, like, that I would 1,000,000 times over, because it was still is the greatest love that I've ever known. If there's one thing that I could say to an expectant mom in an unexpected pregnancy, it would just be that you're not alone. You're not alone, and you don't have to walk through these things alone. My name is Brooke, and this is my story.